Today we are going to be talking about one of the most talked about stocks in the entire market, and the stock is Palantir. In this video, we are going to take a look at the company's most recent announcement, break down why the stock keeps getting so much attention, and look at the latest push that is coming in, and also talk about what it would actually take for Palantir to move higher from here. And before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, and if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe, because Palantir is not just another stock anymore. This is one of those names that has become a full-blown debate in the market. Every earnings report turns into an event. Every headline gets amplified. Every partnership gets Palantir to another level. And every earnings report is something that investors look into broadly. Right now, Palantir is trading around 135.53 a share with a market cap of around 348 billion. That alone tells you this is not a sleepy software name sitting in the corner hoping nobody notices it. This is one of the most expensive large cap stocks in the market, and it carries a very rich valuation with a trailing PE around 152.3. When a stock is priced like that, the market is not simply buying current earnings, it is buying a future story. And as the company becomes more and more, this becomes something much bigger than it is today. And that is really the core of Palantir debate. The bulls look at Palantir and see a company that is hitting on all cylinders. They see explosive revenue growth, expanding commercial adoption, sticky government relationships, and a growing artificial intelligence platform and management that sounds like it believes it is building something foundational. Skeptics look at the same stock and say, surely the business is growing, but how much perfection is already baked into the share price? And that is the tug of war. That is why the stock can go from being celebrated one day to being questioned the next day. And as I mentioned earlier, the stock had a strong quarter, and a strong quarter that's almost underselling it. In Q1 2026, the company reported 1.63 billion, which was up 85% year over year. What makes Palantir even more interesting is that this growth is not coming from just one corner of the business. Now, one of the reasons Palantir keeps getting so much attention is the company's positioning in artificial intelligence. Palantir has been very clear about what it believes it is selling. Its software helps organizations integrate data, decisions, and operations. Now, even when Palantir is doing a lot right, the stock does not automatically get rewarded. This is the reality of a highly valued name in the market that is becoming more selective. We see that Palantir failed despite new AI deals and growing enterprise momentum, and that the move came as a broader market pressure intensified. Investors were rotating out of high valuation software names amid macro uncertainty and a packed inflation calendar. The report highlighted that Palantir's market capitalization was near 348 billion with a price-to-earnings ratio of 152. The business is growing, the strategy is expanding, the market still wants more proof, and that is important because it explains why Palantir remains such a hot topic. It's not just because the company is growing fast. It is because the stock market is constantly trying to decide whether the company is growing fast enough to justify the size of the valuation. And that brings us to the question everybody always wants answered. What would it actually take for Palantir to go higher from here? What would it actually take? And let's talk about it. Palantir does not need to become a trillion-dollar company tomorrow for shareholders to keep doing well. It just needs to keep compounding in a way that forces the market to keep rethinking where the stock deserves to trade. If revenue keeps accelerating, if margins remain strong, if commercial adoption keeps broadening, and if the AI platform keeps proving that it is not just a concept, but a product customers actually pay for, then the market can keep relating the stock higher. And that is how the next leg up happens, not through hype alone, but through sustained execution. And if we are being honest, the valuation is still very rich, and that's not getting around it. With a trading PE of 152, that's not cheap by any traditional measures. That means Palantir has to keep outperforming just to maintain its premium. And if growth slows, if expansion hits friction, or if the market simply decides to favor cheaper names for a while, the stock could get hit hard, and that is the trade-off. And we have seen exactly that kind of behavior with Palantir. Reuters reported that after the latest quarter, that stock fell in after hours trading, even though the company posted strong numbers and lifted guidance. That tells you just how demanding investors have become. Strong performance is almost expected. The real question is whether the strong performance is strong enough. That kind of reaction says a lot. It says the company has crossed that rare zone where the business can deliver excellent results and the stock can still wobble because the valuation is so stretched. That is not a weakness in the business. That's a reaction of how much success the market already believes is coming. And that is what makes Palantir so fascinating. Palantir also fell even as it announced more AI expansion deals and broader enterprise adoption. Because partnerships are not just marketing fluff, they are about access, distribution, and workflow integration. When a company like Palantir gets more tightly connected with a major cloud ecosystem, it can make the platform more accessible to more customers and can make adoption easier for companies that already live inside that ecosystem. So despite what is happening, Palantir continues to expand its footprint through multi-year enterprise agreements, including deployments with major firms in construction, finance, legal, and infrastructure-related use cases. And that is the kind of spread investors want to see if they believe Palantir can evolve from a government-heavy story into a broader commercial software story. And this is one of the biggest reasons Palantir is still so compelling. Because if the company can keep proving that its software works across industries, then the addressable market becomes much larger than any one contract or one agency.